Hi John, it's Randy here from Randy Cycle Service. Working on your Royal Enfield. We got everything straightened out in the front end for you with the bearings, so we're good there. And we're moving on to the oil cooler before I put the front wheel on while I've got the room to do it. What I've run into is one little snag in the fittings that they sent us. It's something that I can work around, but I wanted to show you exactly what's going on so you'll have some understanding of what it's going to take and how long it's going to take. What we've installed the oil cooler, mounted it to the frame. We've hooked up the return line, which goes around and connects to the side of the engine, and that's fine. When we went to install the pressure feed line to the oil cooler, what they use is the same port that your rocker feed now attaches to, and that's the modification that feeds to the rockers from the engine case down here. Now, the fitting that they gave me is a banjo type fitting with a banjo bolt that is supposed to hook in there, probably under the assumption that this does not have the rocker feed on a stock unmodified bike. So what we're going to end up having to do is somehow pair the two of these together in order to feed the rockers and the oil cooler at the same time. Now, the fitting that we have originally, which was a modification obviously, is too short. If we try to use that, by the time I put two seal washers on, you can see that there's almost not any thread sticking out as it is. The time those seal washers go on, there won't be enough to do the job. This banjo bolt that they sent with us obviously is the correct length. With the seal washers installed, it'll work fine, but again, no provision for an oil fitting. So what my plan is to take a 1/2 inch by 20 thread bolt that's a little longer than this one, set it up in my lathe, actually bore and tap the end of this to accept a fitting like this, then actually counterbore this, come back, cut this here so that we have oil flow coming through to feed the inside of this fitting, and then we'll be able to actually feed both items off the same port. So that's what's necessary to be done, which will require some machining, but then it will be correct, it will be right, and it will not be an option to have a failure there, and that's something that I would be worried about with a short fitting like this. So that's what it's going to take to straighten out the oil cooler setup, and that'll get you all fixed up.